Whoa, not exactly how I thought that was going to go. Welcome to the morning routine and happy Friday. I told you he was going to be on the couch with the lamp. Alright, welcome to the morning routine. Yes, it is Friday and it is a Blue Friday. What's a Blue Friday, Carl? I'll get to that in a minute. First, I'd like to take a moment to recognize what today is. Today is September the 11th, and 19 years ago today, a horrible event struck our nation, and we've learned a lot from it over the years. We've grown a lot over the years, but it's very important to not forget very significant events that take place, whether abroad in other countries or in other places around the world, or here domestically on our soil or the American soil. And this was a really rough event that we had to go through. So on this day, I always want to make sure to take a moment and think back and remember the events of those days and the lives that were lost, the lives that were saved, and the people that did incredible things to help other people in need. Now, some of you might be a little young and not remember this, or were very young at the time and don't remember the day's events. I remember them very clearly myself. I was recently out of college, and I remember spending the morning watching the events unfold on TV and then having to go to work afterwards, and the somber day and days that came after it. But as always, and one of the most amazing things about this country is that in spite of some of the worst things that can happen, this country rallies together, rallies around each other, and the spirit of what this country was built upon, and overcomes the most adverse and crazy situations that have ever come up. So here's what I'd like everybody to do today. Take a moment and look back on these days' events. There is some great documentaries out there. You can go to the History Channel on Facebook or YouTube or on TV and see many of the specials that are out there. Now, there's a lot of conspiracy theories and all that kind of stuff, but if you go to the History Channel, a few places like that, you get pretty middle of the road, just the facts, man, on the day's events, how things went afterwards, and kind of where we are today, 19 years later. So go do that, do a little research, learn a little bit about the day if you don't know much about it. But do take a moment and just be thankful for our country and the people that are always willing to sacrifice themselves in the line of helping others. Okay, so on with today's show. Hey, Carl, why are you in a jersey on Friday? Is it Jersey Friday or something like that? What's with all the Seahawks gear? Well, you always know the Seahawks gear. I'm a huge Seahawks fan. The jersey today and the hat, well, football has officially started. That means Fridays are Blue Fridays. Not for everybody, but the folks that live in the Seattle area or Washington State or are huge Seahawk fans, we know what a Blue Friday is. It's a day that we celebrate our team, we dress up our offices, we dress up ourselves, we get psyched for the coming football game on Sunday. So, you don't have to be a Seahawks fan to enjoy Blue Friday. Start your own, wear your jersey on Fridays, support your team, support the great sport of football, and we'll have a lot of fun with it. Now, it's Friday, so we need to do one very important thing, talk about movies. And Terica messaged me and said, hey, Carl, what about comedies? You haven't talked about comedies in a while. Thanks for the suggestion, Terica. Here we go, some comedies to check out this weekend. So my first pick is Barbershop, new to Netflix. This is a great comedy. It's got a little extra story in there and stuff, which makes it that much sweeter, but a really good, really funny show, and it's got Ice Cube. Now this is kind of funny for me because when I was young and rap really started getting popular, Ice Cube was like a notorious rapper, man. He was a hard go-getting guy, and some great stuff, very innovative in the early days of the rap world. And it was kind of weird to see him start doing acting and stuff like that. This was a great role for him, really funny. He's actually, for being the tough guy rapper that he was, he's a really, really funny guy. And I tend to think he's a really, really good actor. So check out Barbershop, really funny. It's on Netflix. So if you got Netflix, go check it out. Made in 2002, and if you like what you see there, Ice Cube's got a ton of stuff that he's done. Next Friday, those are a couple good funny movies. But Barbershop's unique. It's got a little bit more story to it, which makes it a little bit more, I don't know, enjoyable, I guess. Now for the binge-worthy weekend movie series, Marathon Movies series on Netflix. Yeah. And because it's football season, this is All American. Now, All American actually started out as a TV series on the CW, and it moved over to Netflix, which I kind of like because you can binge it a little bit easier than, the CW version or the regular TV version. Now, All American is about a young high school football star who lives in the ghetto, and now he's such a good star, he gets recruited by the Beverly Hills High School team. And he's got to adjust to this new world of, living in the ghetto, going to this type of school, going to a very rich type of school. It's a very fish out of water scenario, but the football stuff is really good. It's more story about the personality and the challenges that go on with it, but it's a great football story as well, and really kind of highlights the progression of young stars or young athletes and the challenges sometimes they have to go through. And this is a very true thing. High schools do recruit from other areas. This happens here in the Bay Area. We know it. Well, not here in the Bay Area, but out there in the Bay Area. We're out in the valley. It still happens. This is a really good series. Actually, Drew, my son, who plays football, absolutely loves this series. I think he's watched it twice now. So really good. Check that out. It's called All American. It is on Netflix, so enjoy. Okay, guys, well, that is it for me for right now on this Friday, but let's check out what our good friends got for us.
Good morning, everybody. You've caught me, and you've caught me on the day today, September 11th, Friday, on National Make Your Bed Day. That's what I'm doing. I'm making my bed. I make my bed every morning. I hate to get inside of a bed that hasn't been made. If somebody forgets to make the bed, I'll make the bed before I get into the bed. I'm just weird like that. But research does show that making your bed in the morning and getting into a made bed every night when you go to bed is less stressful on your body than getting into a bed that's not made. So I guess all these years that I've been preaching to the kids and the husband and everybody that our beds need to be made, I was right. You gotta make your bed in the morning. I gotta finish doing this really quick, okay? Wait for me. There, we're all ready for the day now. So you all make sure you make your beds today on National Make Your Bed Day.
Hello everybody, happy Friday. I know it's been a busy and productive week here at program, but now it's time to relax and have fun because it's about to be the weekend. And so I know a lot of us, including me, like to kick back and binge watch some stuff on my streaming platforms. So I'm going to tell you guys about a show that I'm going to be binge watching, and I think you should check it out because so far I've been really digging it. Check it out.
Of course, the series I'm talking about is Cobra Kai. Now, most of you guys may have seen this or heard of this already, but just to give you a little background, this series is based on a really popular 1980s movie series called The Karate Kid that, again, most of you may have seen or may have not. If you're as old as I am, you definitely have at least heard of it. And the interesting part about this is that it's starring the same two main characters, the same two main actors that were in the Karate Kid movies. So this is sort of about them as in their characters, but as adults. Cobra Kai is set 34 years after the original Karate Kid film and re-examines the narrative from Johnny Lawrence's point of view, which in the original movie, who was in the original movie the bad guy.
Hey everybody, it is Friday, September 11th, 2020. I hope we're all having a good week. It is wonderful that Friday is here. It is wonderful that we've gotten through this wonderful week. You guys, great job at program, great job being here, showing up. We appreciate everything. I hope you guys are ready for some afternoon trivia tonight, and I hope you guys enjoyed the football last night. And so, I think there's really one thing that separates today as we go back in the past with Zach. As we all know, on September 1st, or September 11th, 2001, the World Trade Centers were struck by airplanes. There was also another airplane, Flight 93, which crashed in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, as well as the flights that hit the Pentagon. It was the largest foreign attack on American soil. It was the terrorist attack. And we eventually went back to war with Afghanistan, the Taliban, and Al-Qaeda. And, it was a sad day in America. I know myself, a lot of us, it's one of those days I think a lot of us remember where we were at, and I remember waking up, and I remember getting and walking out, and there it is on the TV as the airplanes are crashing into the buildings, and it was just unbelievable. I think we all have moments like this in our lifetimes. Some have the moon landing, some have the assassination of JFK, some have all these various, big moments in history. And I think for myself, that was visually one of the biggest events, and I think it's something that we should never forget. We should honor this day as, for the lives that were lost. And so, as we all know, going back in the past is usually a lot of fun with Zach. I'm sorry, but today I just felt that needed to be spoken about. I hope you guys have a great weekend, though. Have a lot of fun. Have a wonderful Friday. And Monday, we will get back to some interesting and crazy facts with Back in the Past with Zach. Bye now.
Hey guys, Clayton here. Hey, I was just thinking, Carl's kind of biased on Movie Friday. He always just talks about movies. So I think I'm going to start talking about on Fridays binge-worthy TV shows. So here's what I'm going to talk about. The Adventures of Briscoe County Jr. Look at that good-looking actor on the front. That would be the great Bruce Campbell. You may know him from the Evil Dead series, Army of Darkness, Boba Hotep. He was in Spider-Man. Great, funny, comedic actor. This here is a great binge-worthy, one of his more underrated performances, where he is an outlaw who's hunting other outlaws. It's kind of like a goofy comedy western spoof, getting the guys who killed his father. I highly recommend this series. If you could find it, I got this for like $8 in a bargain bin at a car wash. It is a great series. It only has one season, but hey, perfection only needs one series. So guys, this is my binge-worthy watching TV show, The Adventures of Briscoe County Jr. Watch it. Enjoy it. Carl, Seahawks suck. Go Colts. Bye.
As always, absolutely wonderful. Good job, everybody, for pitching in. Now, we've had an outstanding week again. I gave you numbers last week. I'm not going to recap this week because we're pretty close to the same numbers. I'll tell you, though, that the overall numbers of attendance, the number of people getting in on the coffee and the AM, getting into the Zooms, we've got new friends jumping in, old friends jumping in. It is outstanding. Everybody's enjoying it, and I keep telling you, we've got more and more and more to come. So hang in there, keep enjoying it. If you've got great ideas or feedback, just like Terica did on the movie selections, let us know. Let us know. And Terica, those comedies will be coming up more next week as well. Got lots of stuff planned for you next week. And might I just remind you all, or let you all know, next week, next Friday, will be our 100th episode of The Morning Routine. Can you believe it? So next week, we got some special things lined up for you all week long to talk about the 100th episode. All right, guys, for The Morning Routine, have a great day. 1 o'clock, we'll see you for Insta Live, Insta Trivia on Instagram, of course, and then we'll close out the week with the social hour at 6:30. So have a great day. Have an outstanding weekend. Go Hawks!